what's up, citizens of Gurusalem? Yes, this is my voice. If you want to see my face and even more of my boring monotone voice, you can look at the 3 live streams that are on my channel. And if you can't stand my voice, then you can go watch the other MMA Guru clip channel tier lists. I'm sure there's plenty. Anyway, I thought for Christmas this year, I'd upload something a little different. So today I will be ranking every MMA Guru clip channel from worst to best in tier list format. Before we begin, I'm going to state a stipulation for who will be featured on the tier list, and that is that they have to currently be a clip channel. So retired and or disgraced channels like Rigo or Pedophiles Incorporated will not be featured, along with channels like The Jewish Nightmare, which have simply been dormant for too long. Now, without further ado, here is the long-awaited MMA Guru clip channel tier list. Now, quick spoiler, there will only be one channel in D tier as the absolute bottom of the barrel. And that channel is... Loquacious! Yeah, I know, I literally just said I would only include active clip channels, but I'm making an exception to that rule. Because Loquacious was at one point right up there, getting great views and was one of the most subscribed clip channels. And then out of nowhere, the dude just fucking dips. With no message or warning, just disappears off the face of the earth, never to be seen again. Now, I do have a theory about what happened to him. Back when I actually found Rigo funny, I watched a couple of his streams, and he actually mentioned that he had been messaging Loquacious. And he said Loquacious was actually considering quitting his channel because he couldn't get monetized due to an issue with his AdSense account. So I'm thinking he either never got monetized, or at some point got monetized, only to get slapped in the face by YouTube, demonetized, and then just say fuck this, and then just dipped again. Again, this is just my theory, but I'm thinking it's very, very likely. Also, Rigo talked about some other messages that I'm not going to elaborate on, but definitely make Loquacious seem like a bit of a prick. Nothing major, but definitely D tier worthy. Swiftly moving on to C tier, we have MMA Guru Shorts. Not much to say here, except for just a lack of creativity. The blandest profile pic, channel name, just out of any clip channel there is. Not to mention the simplest, if any, thumbnails at all. You know? And the content consists of literally nothing but fight reactions, and maybe a couple little unrelated rants sprinkled in between. The channel isn't even consistent. They seem to pop up every once in a while when there's a big reaction to post. One prop I actually can give it is uploading MMA Guru's full segment on Sean O'Malley's podcast, which is far and away the biggest highlight I can give to MMA Guru Shorts. But moving on to another C tier entry, we have That Guru Lad, who to be fair actually used to be a pretty solid clip channel. Good thumbnails, good clips, solid views. But unfortunately, Guru Lad suffers the same issue as Guru Shorts, and that is just consistency nowadays. Nowadays, it's just Guru Lad will pop up every few months, upload a single clip, then disappear again, and then repeat. You know, it is a bit of a shame. I'd say the biggest highlights of That Guru Lad's channel was getting the full quality clip of MMA Guru's cameo in McGregor Forever. Anyone who doesn't know, Netflix is actually a bitch to try and clip, so that is genuinely impressive. The next entry will actually be a double feature of 2 of the newest clip channels, which are Gizmo MMA and Monk MMA. For the record, they are both only in C tier, because they are both yet to prove that they can be consistent with their uploads, along with continuing to post high quality clips. At that point, they can then join B, if not even A tier. But for the time being, I'm going to be putting them both at the top of C tier. But Monk MMA did use a carbon copy of my description, so I'm going to be putting them behind Gizmo MMA. Also, quick note on Gizmo MMA, I am almost certain he must have had a YouTube channel on something else before becoming a clip channel, because the dude has almost 5,000 subscribers, and literally only just started posting Guru clips. So yeah, I'm thinking he had a different channel and just privated or deleted all the videos. Anyway, moving on to B tier, we have the channel everybody sees as the original clip channel. We have Sorcerers Don't Get Knocked Out. At his peak, Sorcerers Don't Get Knocked Out was right here. But just like the channels in C tier, consistency has been the curse. To be fair, Sorcerers Don't Get Knocked Out originally quit because MMA Guru himself got mad at him for an edgy clip they uploaded. But then, about 9 months ago, he posted a string of clips that got everybody in the community thinking the king was back. But then he just vanished again. Not a word, not nothing. Even though the views on those clips were actually still pretty good. But what most of you probably don't know is that about 2 months ago, he actually came back. But this time the views were just terrible, and he has not been seen again since, which honestly is a bit understandable, but I do hope we see him again. But even despite the recent setbacks, I think his legend status definitely deserves to be at least B tier. Moving on, we have a newer clip channel, but one that does seem to be on the rise. We have Sector MMA. Sector MMA has grown as a channel very quickly, but most importantly has stayed very consistent from the start, which automatically gives him a leg up from all the other lower level clip channels. The content itself is very Glacier-esque, in that even though there's not much diversity or creativity in what's being posted, it is consistent enough to stay solid. But one critique of Sector MMA is that he definitely seems to think he's hot shit. Like, seriously, what the fuck is this? You're not that guy yet,
You're not
alright?
that guy.
But keep grinding, and maybe one day you'll get there. But definitely not right now. Moving on, we have maybe the most underrated clip channel. We have Mixed Mason Arts. All I can say is that these are far and away the highest quality thumbnails out of any channel on this list. The clips themselves are all pretty solid, and Mixed Mason Arts has even uploaded a compilation vid to go along with that, which is a massive boost in my opinion. I would like to see a tad more consistency though, as he seems to take breaks between massive streaks of uploads, which does hold him back from the cream of the crop clippers, but definitely a criminally underrated channel. Also, I would recommend to him to be interacting with chat just a bit more, just to get more recognition from like the core fan base, you know? Finally, to close out B tier, we have Slim. Slim, I would say, is very similar to Sector MMA, in that he is a pretty fresh clip channel who has stayed very consistent and grown very quickly. But what I think separates Slim is that he's begun expanding his content in order to rise above the competition, which I can respect. He's also gotten multiple reactions from John Pork himself, who has raged at him for posting edgy clips and content, which I can also respect. So I will for sure put Slim at the top of B tier, and if he keeps it up, he can definitely be among the elite very, very soon. Now it's time for the big boys, the lords who sit in the thrones of Gurusalem. And the first of these prestigious channels is one of the OGs, Glacier 108. I would call Glacier the definition of consistency. A1 to present, Glacier has posted funny stream moments and major fight news reactions almost on a daily basis, which is an incredible feat. The only downside is that Glacier has never expanded his content and never innovated, which I think does hold him back just a little bit. So he went through a phase where he tried to censor curse words in order to get monetized, which is a hella soy move. So yeah, bottom of A tier, but still a great clip channel. Next up at A tier, we have MMA Sturu, who has definitely found his niche within the clip channels, which is individual fighter compilation vids and the individual fight reactions. The compilation vids are some of the highest quality out of any clip channel, which is what puts him so high on the list. And I am glad to see he's going back to them as his main content, because his other niche of posting individual fight reactions is what holds Sturu back from potentially being close to that top spot, because that content is simply too boring compared to all the others. And Sturu went through a point where he did fall off a bit, and was only posting those fight reactions, and his views massively dipped. But he picked it back up and is absolutely deserving of his A tier position. Moving on, we have Fulcum. Now, before I talk about his content, I would like to mention how much tougher it was for Fulcum to grow as a channel. Unlike the new clip channels popping up now like Slim and Sector MMA, I remember when Fulcum was pumping out clip after clip, every single one getting absolutely no views, but he kept grinding, he kept uploading, he kept improving his content in every aspect, and now he is one of the very best clip channels. He posts short funny moments, long rants, impression and finish compilation vids, the whole shebang. Not to mention the niche he has created in his community section with polls and MMA Guru lore posts. Also, apparently he isn't monetized, which adds another layer of respect for continuing to be so consistent with zero income coming his way. Recently, his views have dropped a bit, but that doesn't take away from his spot as one of the very best clip channels there is. Next up, we have a clip channel that seems to be trying to make a claim for the top spot, and that channel is GOAT MMA. The biggest thing I have to say is that GOAT MMA owns Ian Gary. Red Pill MMA don't got shit on GOAT MMA. When Ian Gary is sitting in the corner of the room watching his wife bang his nutritionist, he's secretly thinking about GOAT MMA. What I'm trying to say is that GOAT MMA absolutely maximized the views during the Guru versus Ian Gary situation, along with the massive amounts of high quality clips, including many compilation vids and just an overall incredible output that easily puts him as one of the top clip channels. But now,
it's time!
who will be put in S tier and crowned the best MMA Guru clip channel? There is only one more active clip channel, and that is me! But no, actually, I'm going to be putting myself at the top of A tier. S tier goes to Mr. Drew all the way. It always will, and it always will be. His editing style just simply can't be beaten. And even though his channel is gone, there will never be another clip channel worthy of S tier like Mr. Drew was. But back to my channel, I do genuinely think I am the best mix of every form of clip channel. Funny moments, news reactions, fight reactions, compilations. With Mr. Drew gone, I do think I am worthy of that top spot, even though I will not be giving myself that title today. Also, a quick shout out to the base one himself, Pacey, who even though for the purposes of this video doesn't count as an active clip channel, deserves a mention for having the highest viewed clip video of all time. Anyway, that does it for the video. Let me know in the comments if I should post more vids like this, or if I should just stick to my lane. Sorry I had to put up with my monotone, basically robotic voice. But I hope you all have a great day, and a Merry Christmas. Alhamdulillah.
The Deshaun era starts now.